like, um, uh, I guess, like, calls to action, or like asking questions, things like that, in the Trigger Tuesday videos, because those ones are like broadly watched by my viewer base, things like that. They're less like special interest, if you get me. So I think this is gonna just turn into like our sort of like meta-textual check-in, where we kind of acknowledge that this is a large sort of, large, it is larger than I ever thought that it would become, gathering of like-minded people who kind of center around the content that I make. So, that being said, if you are not aware, I launched membership features on my channel back in the beginning of April 1st. I think technically March 31st I launched them on, but like they're full. The day that I have in my brain is the April 1st is when I launched it. And essentially this was in response to a commenter saying that they would be willing to support me and the channel towards getting a Blue Yeti microphone. So, that being said, I made membership tiers, because I thought that was like the best opt-in way to do so, and it has gone wildly successfully, which is something that I never thought I would say, but it has. So, as part of being a member, you get special emojis, you get a little badge, you also get this shout-out video where I repeat your names and essentially do like a little thank you, update, check-in, where's our progress going. So there's that. Then there's also one video per month if you are on the Sprouts tier, the 99-cent tier, where essentially I make a community post that only that membership can see, and I say, what would you like to see this month? And then I have only ever done it where I take suggestions, although I do leave the option open if I have two ideas that I'm really waffling between. I might ask my membership base, just as like a thing, so that would be part of the Sprouts tier, although Sprouts, I think I'm gonna just keep it with like viewer suggested, and then any little extras I'll probably end up doing polls and things like that. And then if you are a member of the Flowers tier, the other thing that members get is you get your name repeated at the end of every Trigger Tuesday video, and thanks. The other tier is the Flowers tier, which is $2.99. This is all in Canadian dollars, I believe. As far as, well, actually, yes, or no, sorry, you pay whatever your currency is, I believe, and then it gets translated to Canadian dollars for me. That's what I think happens. That's at least as far as I understand it. But the Flowers tier, which is the second tier, is you get all like the perks of the Sprouts tier, but you also get 2 suggested videos a month. So, this all being said, I have one suggestion that I have filmed. I just need to do voiceover for my Flowers video of the month. If any of my Flowers members have any ideas for a video, put them in the comments here. There is a community post up, so if you want to go through to the community tab, it's probably like 2 down at this point, maybe 1, and you can suggest video ideas there. You have one more for September. The member videos are coming this week, notice some things that I change with like the titles of my videos and stuff like that. That's kind of behind the scenes kind of stuff. But the other thing is we are coming up on being pretty much fully funded for the Blue Yeti microphone. I am just going to, I'm still dialed in. I'm just looking on my laptop here because I have the actual numbers available to me. Is this going to work though? That's the thing. Okay, good, it is. So, if I set it, there we go. So, we have, as part of the sort of entire membership, as long as these have been going on, we have, let's see, allotted $92.93 Canadian. A Blue Yeti microphone is $140 Canadian, but there's one thing that is kind of like a variable. I don't yet have my email logged into the, I haven't given my email to Logitech, which are the people who make the Blue Yeti microphone. So often when I'm visiting that website, it will ask me if I want to give them my email for 15% off of my first order. So we could, if it's 15% off, and I've done this math on camera before, I'm not going to do it again because boring, but we would likely only have to pay $120 Canadian, and if I'm also looking at my analytics here, I see that, so monthly we make $19.34 Canadian. We are at $92. Nope. I don't want that setting. There we go. We're at $92.93 Canadian so far. So if you round up to $20 a month, then we would have $112. We would only have one more sort of month to like go before we have theoretically raised the amount of a Blue Yeti microphone. So that leaves us at a little bit of a weird spot because in my head I thought this would take us like a solid year to multiple, like to like, if a year being 12 months, I thought that this would easily be like an 18-month kind of thing, possibly even a 2-year kind of thing. So I never really thought of an end point because long-term planning is hard for me. So it's odd, my phone keeps buzzing. It's left me at a little bit of a weird place where I kind of enjoy the opportunity that membership gives to certain people, but then also I never saw myself doing like a full-time, full-on membership thing. So it really is kind of a sort of a toss-up for me because on one hand it's not hurting anybody that it exists. It is a purely opt-in thing. But then the other thing is that I do not want to be a drain on anybody for no reason. So if, for example, by the end of October, or let's say by the end of November, we are at Blue Yeti time, like we're at delivery day, I don't know what we would do after that, because I don't want it to be that, like, people are just, I don't know, giving me money. It's an because a lot of creators just do this regularly, which I don't judge at all. Like, I want that to be clear. It's not like I'm saying that anybody who does memberships or Patreon or what have you is like taking money from people. That's not what it is. But it's just interesting personally that I'm like, how do I navigate this going forward? So I think if you are a channel member of mine, I want your opinions first, because of course you are the people who have chosen to opt in, so you have a different perspective on it. And again, I don't judge the people who haven't chosen to opt in, because money, frankly, in this day and age is a rarity. Like, it is so fucking hard out there, and like, this is just so. I have a water cooler in my house because the tap water out here is frequently not necessarily the safest to drink, and like, even just exchanging my water jugs for new ones, and I do it at Home Depot, is like, it's gone up to $7 per jug, and that is that's up from like $3 it used to be in recent memory. So like, money is such a huge thing that I don't want it to be like, you need to be on here to see some of my content. No matter what, all of my content will be publicly available. No matter what, all of my video content, there will be community posts and stuff like that. That's just the nature of the beast. But my content will always be free and public, no matter what. But I just don't know where we go from here. We could set another goal, but honestly, I don't know what like that goal would be. Really, like, it's just, I don't know. I've been thinking about this. So, like I say, to my members, I will be putting out a poll. You'll see a couple of community posts from me concerning this in the next month. And then same thing for regular channel viewers. I'll put out a couple of polls, probably along with my Trigger Word Tuesday posts, and to just kind of see, like, what would people want out of, like, a membership system. Like, what do we want to work towards, that kind of thing. If it just ends up being supporting me, that is, I mean, it's an interesting thing to wrestle with personally, because I think that it makes me, it warms my heart to the point where I feel like I don't deserve it, which is, of course, something that I have to deal with in everyday life. But you can tell that, like, it's difficult to really think, like, okay, what does this membership system mean after the Blue Yeti delivery day? So this is just me kind of rambling at you, thinking about, like, where do we go from here? And it's a good maybe thing the shout out portion. There's some very, 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 very special people that I need to talk to. I need to talk to my Sprouts members. These three adorable little Sprouts are June Bucky, or probably June. Melanie, or Mel R7, just to throw it back to the old Trigger Word Tuesday when I read out everybody's ads like verbatim. And then Minnie Roberts, and now my Flowers members, since I went from like longest term members to newest term members for Sprouts, I'll do the same thing for Flowers. So we have Sarah Marie, or Flower Child. We have Ippy Cake. We have Starlin, who once featured as a trigger word on Trigger Word Tuesday for like my January, February favorites. I think Melanie also showed up as a trigger word, which I think is kind of cool. Cosmo, Amy Martin, Cosmic Lasagna, and then, lastly but not least, I don't know if that's a word, Emily Johnson. I am just shedding eyelashes left and right here. Everybody make wishes, please. Emily Johnson. Okay, so that is my sort of brain vomit at all of you for this kind of like, what do we do update kind of video. So thank you all for dialing in with me. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to my channel members for choosing to support me through this. It really, honestly, is hard to communicate what it means and how, like, mind-blowingly incredible it is that a group of people are like, yeah, we want to support it. It's just, it hits in a way of like it kind of hits right below my sternum, where it just feels like this warmth and this like, oh my god, how did this happen? I think I often struggle with feeling deserving of things in life, and this is a very small facet of that. I realize that this is kind of a microcosm of the other ways that it affects my life, but it's just interesting that it triggers that for me in like the most happy way possible.